Thank you, Kim, for that insight into the personality profile I have in the AI world.
Well, I found it fascinating work. And you know, my fear going to bed after I completed that was that I must, I mean, I blind CC'd it to a large number of people. And I thought, uh-oh, this is the end of my career because I've done something in the middle of the night I'm going to deeply regret. And that didn't happen. No one complained. They all enjoyed thinking about you and your persona, you know, in the universe. That was a pleasant.
You should do a persona on everybody on this call today, you see, and let them compare it with mine, you know.
So what I did, ladies and gentlemen, in an exact 2-hour period is I took Parmjeet's name and the topic he's going to present on Sunday and made that into DALL-E images. And so we ended up in that 2-hour period generating 670 DALL-E images, 162 of which I liked, and they got progressively better. Yeah, so it was a very interesting process. And what did it teach us? Not so much about Parmjeet as about, you know, pathologists as a subclass of humans. That DALL-E believes there's something special about pathologists' eyes. And in just about every image, the eyes were very unusual. They were like exophthalmic, you know, sticking out, or with tinted glasses, or you know, all sorts of things like that, or just gleaming eyes. So once I put the word happy pathologists in the prompt, it began to make eyes like that. So I
didn't like all the turbans there. None of them were to my taste, but that's okay.
I know. It's not good at turbans. It needs more. It needs more turban content, right?
Yeah.
If it had decent turbans in the database, then it could have created better turbans for you. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining today. I really appreciate it. We have a really great turnout, and so it's mostly going to be, you know, the diagraph study, I believe, which we really look forward to. But you know, I'd just like to do a few announcements here that we have, you know, and thank everyone for participating. I really appreciate it, and such a great turnout today. Please let me know if you have any topics. We do have someone who is going to be presenting in a couple of weeks, and then also Kim brought up a topic that we could present in the future. I think Sheriff, you possibly are working on some similar things. So, you know, if you ever want to present, but Kim had brought up this, you know, researcher, I believe, was presenting to.
Yeah, we had this visitor who spoke to us yesterday from Harvard, and he gradually built up to, you know, the big closing idea, which is just finding similar cases. You have an interesting case, find a similar case. And I felt that was aiming so low, and what we're really looking for are large language models in our specialty. So when we do text to histology, they have some actual histology, you know, data to images, and we seem to be missing that. So there's a huge opportunity there to create large language models in, you know, digital pathology, basically, and yet the the huge buildup here was just to find similar cases, which is so far removed from what a large language model would be. So anyway, I just wanted to make a little pitch for that in case one of you might, in the history of the world, be responsible. So, there is one, right? There's, Pathology BERT. There are people from Brad's institution who are on that paper, but we need more. We can't have just one large language model for pathology. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sharifa did confirm that this is her mentor, so she's
Okay.
working in his
Yeah.
group. So, maybe we can hear more from her in the future on this or some other things she's working on. So that's great.
Great.
So
Yeah,
thanks,
no,
Sharifa. Yeah, thanks
would
for
welcome
joining.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and great. So and Richard Levinson says that this is also his collaborator. So this is